Building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want in the future. I'll say it again, guys. Building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want in the future. So I think something that we have to really come to grips with in our trading journey is that our habits are a lagging indicator of our results. Our P&L is determined by the things that we've done habitually. Do we let losers ride, but we cut winners short? That's a habit, okay? Do we put on a trade and not define where our stop loss will be, when enough will be enough? Well, that's also a habit. So, as it says here in this book, building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want in the future. So the more you can stop for a second and say, okay, what is my habit when I enter a trade? Well, I put it on and I kind of cross my fingers. Well, if that's your habit, you're going to get kind of crossed fingers results. Now, there's no guarantee in the market because the market is inherently unpredictable. It is meant to be that way purposely. Right there, there is no reason why the market should do what you want because guess what? It doesn't have to. There's millions of people's intentions collectively compiled inside the market that make it what it is. But if you build habits for yourself, that when you cast your net into the market, right? Oh, and by the way, this is Atomic Habits, the book. And I like to pull the psychology out of things that I read and bring them into my own trading and share them with you as well. So when we build these habits in the future, well, in the present, it allows us to enjoy the fruits of that time that we spent when the time comes. So if we say to ourselves, okay, when I enter a position, before I even enter it, guess what? I'm going to define where my stop loss is going to be, right? And then I'm going to think about where my profit could potentially go to, because there's always potentiality. And we want to maybe start getting into that type of habit, right? Because if you find yourself going into drawdown, right, when the trade goes against you, and then you're just like, oh, it's got to just come back. And at least if I break even, well, sometimes what happens is we find ourselves down 10, 20, 100, 400, $600 when we could have gotten out very easily at $20 of loss. Right? So setting up that system, there's always got to be a system in place because everyone has goals. And the goal is to do what in the markets? Obviously, profit. And everyone has the same goal. Everyone, I think, comes into the market thinking to themselves, okay, I buy for 2, I sell for 10. Very simple, isn't it? But if everyone has this mentality that they're there to buy low and sell high, and everyone has this positive expectancy, so then why doesn't everyone get those results? And I think it could be found right here in this very line in this book, where building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want in the future. And if you want to be more profitable in the future, then start building that plan and those habits to protect your capital, because that will help you when the time comes to deploy them, wouldn't it? So this is a very interesting thought, right? And I like to pull things that I read out of books and bring them to your attention so that this way we could get the conversation going about the psychology of trading. Because honestly, for me, that is what is most fascinating. This is a psychological warfare that is going on mostly inside of you, the trader, right? And also collectively in the minds of millions of other people and then all these algorithms that are doing their thing. But I want you to understand something, that when you understand yourself, when you start building trust in yourself, your system, and you start building those habits now, when it comes time to deploy capital and execute, then guess what? Your future P&L, your profits, your feeling, your sentiment, your attitude, it will be ready to take on that challenge when the time comes. So guys, very interesting, right? This is so interesting. I pulled things out of books that I think are worth sharing with you, the fellow traders, and I would love to hear what you have to say about this. Again, I'll leave you with this. Building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want in the future. Do you agree with that? I mean, let me know. I think it's something worth talking about. Peace.